All right, this is it.
All right, welcome to the Nathaneal Podcast. Today we have a special guest, a good friend of mine from X, Mark. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
So this is like again, dude. We've like what 10 takes already.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's 2 a.m. So this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, dude. But it's like this is a legendary day for me and for you as well, because like this is your first podcast, and this is my first live podcast. So I'm quite excited to dive right in.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm so anxious right now, guys.
So before we start, would you mind, like, I could like tell people about you, but I think it's better if they hear it from you directly. So could you like lay out what you've done on X, businesses, and in life?
Yeah, so I started running ads in 2018, and that literally just changed my life. I worked in an ads agency, and yeah, everything just snowballed from there. So I learned copywriting, I learned media buying, I learned creatives, and I started doing like freelancing stuff. So while I was in this agency, I was actually like a content writer, copywriter, like just juggling so many different jobs or freelance jobs. And then I also had school. So I had college, I had a part-time job, and
What was your job?
I had a full-time job, the ads agency.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I had the part-time, which is like the freelance stuff. I had a part-time, but then that didn't last long.
He had four.
So this part-time job like didn't last long. It paid me like $160 a month.
Damn.
Yeah, it was so bad. Yeah, everything started there, and fast forward to today, I have a couple of businesses, each making at least six figures, multiple six figures, and then I have seven-figure businesses. Yeah, like right now I'm just trying to, I'm just enjoying this whole entrepreneurship thing. It wasn't like before where I was like broke, didn't have any money. Right now I'm just like trying to enjoy and really see like what I can accomplish in this
Right.
whole thing. Yeah.
Right, so you're kind of like in the self-actualization stage somewhat.
I mean, you could say that. I have goals that I want to hit, like monetary goals, financial goals, but it's not like super heavy that I have to really get there. I mean, I will get there. I'm sure that I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
It's already in my mind that I'm gonna get there. But it's more like I'm not stressed, frustrated.
Yeah.
Because before, like, I have to make $1 million this year.
For sure.
Yeah, it was like super stressful. I always thought like everything was revolving around money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now I have a family, I have a wife, I have a kid.
Yeah.
And
Congrats, by the way. First kid.
It's very profound. Like it's very meaningful, and it's also very fulfilling. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I love my businesses. They're fun to run. They're also fulfilling. Very, very fulfilling.
Yeah.
But nothing beats like having your own kid, having your own family, growing that family, and enjoying life in general, bro. Where, like, the way I see things is like the Lord made this world, and it would be a waste if I don't like consume it. I don't travel, I don't experience things, like I don't like skydiving or whatever shit. And yeah, I just want to keep experiencing new things. I love growing businesses. I love scaling businesses. It's so much fun, especially when you see like, you've been stagnant for like a couple of months, and then after that, like boom, one tipping point. Like you had a winning ad or an advertorial finally worked, and then you just scale the shit out of it, and then like it's crazy. It's insane. Like you're just spending $500 per day, $1,000, and now you're spending like $10,000 per day. It's like, whoa. And mind you, when I started in 2018, I thought $30 was a lot of money, bro. Like if I withdraw like $30, I would like look around and like, oh shit, I'm carrying so much money. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, because like, I mean, so to anyone who's watching, like we're Filipinos.
Yeah.
We're from a third world country, and so like the $30 is actually kind of a lot in this standard. Yeah, that's really something that not a lot of people kind of know about. But I want to backtrack a little bit. You said like your life kind of revolved around money. Like how did that transition happen? Is it the family really, or like what made you kind of like, dude, like this is not all about the money?
Yeah, so I think we should start in the like how I got into entrepreneurship in the first place. And it was really just hate. I hated the fucking world, man. Like nobody supported me. I always knew I was gonna be rich. I didn't know how. I just drank every single day, like literally every single day for months, right? I was first year college. I was just drinking and drinking and drinking. And I didn't know what to do. But I always knew that I was gonna be rich. I didn't want to go to school. I'm not stupid. Like I get really good grades. But what really changed was when I read this book, Cash Flow Quadrant, like
by Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah, that one. And then I was on the way to drinking again. I was like super early. It was like after class. So I just like stayed in the mall and I went to the bookstore I have no idea why I went there. And then I went to the bookstore. I got the book. I just went to the business section. I got the first book that I saw there, Cash Flow Quadrant. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So what happened was I read like more than half of the book. I spent like 5 hours, 6 hours there. Didn't even drink that day. And then that just changed the trajectory of my business. So no one supported me, or my life, not business. I didn't have a business at that time, like literally nothing. So
you're just in college. Were you also already doing your job or?
No. That time I was looking for a part-time job.
Okay.
So before this, it's like I wanted to really make a lot of money. I feel like, damn, I don't know how old I was back then, but I was really annoyed because like you would see so many people not going to school. So they served as an inspiration for me. They were dropouts or shit like that, and they were making a lot of money. I hated so much that if I tell someone like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna succeed, we will never have to worry about money and all that kind of stuff. Like no one believed in it. So I had like micro businesses, nothing worked. Like selling pillows that I make myself.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you were doing a lot of shit before that.
Yeah, like just normal stuff. Like and then maybe when I was like in my head, it's like this is the start of my journey for me, right? So after a couple of months, like I almost read 1 book a week. So I only spent less than $1 of my allowance per day for food. So I spent like less than $1 per day for food.
Yeah.
It was insane. So I saved all of that so I could buy a book at the end of the week. And the whole time, like I was just reading books for like 2 years. The first year, I read almost like 40 plus books the first year. And then, I slowed down in reading books and I sped up like, testing things out. Because the second year, I started like really going deep into human psychology. Yeah, because that was like I'm very curious about it, right? Because I don't understand why people do certain things. I think a lot of people are dumb. I still think the same, and I just wanted to understand like what's your thought process behind what you do. So I got very motivated, and I saw a guy. Not Twitter yet. So he was on Facebook actually. Right. And he was posting these really good posts. So it's like threads on Twitter right now. And I just saw that it was so cool. I messaged him and said like, bro, this is amazing. And he was the guy like running the ads agency. Yeah. And I told him like, I will work for you for free. Just teach me how to do this thing. My thinking back then was like, marketing is just a way for me to test psychology at scale, like understand psychology at scale, because marketing is really just psychology. So that's how I kind of like transitioned from just reading books and then reading books about psychology and then doing marketing stuff. That was
okay. Gotcha. So like, dude, it's funny. I also kind of got into entrepreneurship because of Robert Kiyosaki, but not Cash Flow Quadrant. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Because like it's a quintessential like thing where kind of like I think every entrepreneur kind of stumbles or right, like if you're a newbie entrepreneur, you kind of like read. It's just a thing. So I got there, and then he like what resonated a lot was when he said like invest in assets that like put more money in your pocket, and then like don't mess with liabilities. Yeah, that was like one of the he's one of the great inspirations. I'm curious though, like, because I also what resonated with me, what you said you're not stupid. You didn't do bad in school. I also like I do well in school. I'm not one of those people who are like school failed me.
Yeah.
Because there's just some people who say school failed me, but there's this one quote that really stood out to me. I forgot who it was, but he said, "Don't let school mess with your education."
Oh yeah, I've read that somewhere too.
Right?
Yeah.
That line was like, damn.
Yeah.
And that's when I also did the whole I had a school. Like I do well, but other than that, I would read a book as well. I would have like freaking what's that? Like the how to win friends and influence people, negotiation. I was interested in negotiation writing. Cool, man. So like, what are your thoughts on that? I know, again, I think it's more like a Filipino thing where Filipinos are actually really good in school. Not a lot of there are some who don't do well in school, but most, like, you'll be surprised at how they're actually book smart.
Yeah.
But then they're not,
oh yeah,
street smart. They don't know how to do entrepreneurship.
So that's a really good thing. Now I can see myself like I'm in the middle. Like you can't avoid. There are really dumb people, like dumb
Yeah,
like, academically. Yeah, but they're not usually dumb like outside of school. But there are super smart people too. Like very very academic. They study a lot. That kind of stuff. Like I never studied. I hated studying books. So high school I studied books, but then I started hating it because like it didn't really get me anywhere, and I was still broke. And the way I viewed college. So my first course was mechanical engineering. My mindset was simple. I took it because I wanted to build something and then sell it to millions of people.
Right.
So it was the
Elon Musk type of shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I did mechanical engineering for 2 years before I shifted to industrial engineering, where I learned like systems, project management, like management stuff in general. But I learned nothing about like really building stuff.
Yeah.
And I had this expectation, but I never really knew what it was for. And now like the people I've met doing mechanical engineering, well, they're masters now, but they make $400 a month. I'm like, God.
Yeah, I feel you so much. Because like there's so many people who are so talented.
Yeah, they're talented, bro, but then they're wasting their potential.
Yeah, I do feel you. That pain. I just want to like go to them and be like, yo, like there's so much opportunity for you. I think, I don't know if you read this chapter before with Kiyosaki as well, where he said there was this journalist who went up to him, and then she was like, what's your secret in becoming a best-selling book or whatever? And then Kiyosaki was like, go and learn sales and marketing. Like, go to these seminars and whatever. And then the woman's like, I have a PhD. I'm not going to go there. And then he was like, who's the best-selling author between us? Like, you're a journalist who's trying to get my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm here as like one of the best sellers, and you're saying that you're too good for sales and marketing.
Yeah.
So like, I think there's like some kind of ego as well.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And when you're smart, that's definitely something. Okay. Now what I want to talk about more of, like, we're talking about sales and marketing. You've been in the game since 2018. How did you see like this landscape change? Because you mentioned when we were in a car ride earlier, you're like, dude, it's so different now.
Yeah, so 2018 was when I started posting on Twitter. So that's basically the start of my like journey. And I posted in different Facebook groups. Like I just posted shit everywhere where I was talking about the things I'm learning about Facebook ads, right? So back then there wasn't a lot of noise. Like the people in this industry, in this market, like the total addressable market was like really small, or not really small, but like it wasn't a lot, right? So it was easy to stand out. Like the things that normal, like the things that you would normally say right now, like they wouldn't work before, or they wouldn't work as well as now. Because before, platitudes, like they got you like the top of funnel traffic, but posting value like actually worked before in getting clients. Now you need to really like have this, give people the mindset shift, give them insights like to stand out. Before it was so easy to stand out. And then what really shifted a lot was when Alex Ramosi, Iman Gatsi, like these big guys like brought in so many
People.
noobs in the in the space where, right now like there are more fake agencies than ever before.
Fake agencies.
Yeah, like they say that they worked with these brands, but they haven't.
Okay.
That's just stupid. Why would you put their brand there if you didn't work with them? And you would see that they post things, but they're just regurgitated shit. Like if you ask them about this thing, like in deeper, like in details. Because I was trying to hire people before, and I was like this guy's posts are so they're so they're really good thinkers.
Right.
I thought they were good thinkers.
Yeah.
Then when I had a call with them, like really just interviewing them, like, what? they didn't know why they should do something, and it's so obvious that they didn't understand or they didn't have depth. And I think like depth is something that a lot of people like really miss when you're like just
Yeah. I think it's kind of like what you said. They don't understand why; they just understand the how. So it's like they have like, I don't know, like the offer playbook from Hormozy.
Yeah.
And so they would read it, and then they would follow it, and then they would just follow. Like they don't really understand. Okay, well, why does a guarantee work, or like what? Because dude, there's this one agency that I know. They're making like $300,000 per month or something, but because of their guarantee, they have a guarantee. So that's why they closed 300,000, but they refund like to 150, like 50% or something because of their guarantee. So it's like, dude, like why don't you just improve your offer, bro? Like,
I mean, on the bright side, they're still making 150. But dude, like Hormozy stuff was so annoying. Like every single offer there is like, or your money back. And I'm like, I need my money back. I need results. Dude, bro, I tried hiring this one person, or your money back, and he was writing emails. And bro, I paid him like 1K. I never got my money back. I never posted any of his emails. It was so bad. And I had to so he wrote his first email. So he was writing one email per week. His first email, I kept editing it, or not editing, but I kept giving him the direction. His grammar was bad, and it's obvious that he didn't do a lot of research. But it was such a mess, bro. And, I never worked with anyone who guaranteed that kind of thing. So I didn't get my money back, not because I asked and then he didn't
respond. Yeah,
I just didn't.
And there's no point, right?
Yeah, I was just like,
it's a waste of time.
Yeah, it's a waste of time. So I let him go. Right now, he's still doing the exact same thing, but he's still struggling to get clients. And I'm like,
I wonder why. I wonder why, bro. I wonder why.
I think if we wanna talk about business, we talk about what really is important and what's required to run businesses. I think, do we start all over again?
No. That's recorded. I'm pretty sure that was recorded. Right. So you're saying the most important part of business, you're talking about the offers.
Yeah.
So like an offer, someone guaranteed you it was fucked. It was like bad. And then you were saying there's something important about like business. What was it?
Yeah. So I think people are getting things wrong. Like they skip a lot of phases when they're building systems or when they're building businesses. Yeah. Initially, people start with the product. Right. People start with the service. You shouldn't. You should start with the market. Who is hungry?
Right. Okay.
And then, give them the solution. So sometimes it's because it's easier. Because I know how to write copy. So let me just sell copy. And then copy isn't, it's not like a service where like email marketing or advertorials, VSL scripts or whatever. It's literally just a skill. And you can sell copywriting in many different forms, like packages that you have for it. I think people get this whole thing wrong. They don't document the things that they do. Like they try to scale and then they fail because they're doing it solo, or they're hiring people and then they don't have any SOPs, no systems. Yeah. I don't think people are doing business the right way. I mean, it's cool if your business is really scaling fast and you're actually getting your clients results and they don't suffer as you scale. But that doesn't usually happen. Like as you scale, things get
Like,
more complex.
yeah.
And there are, like, for example, if you have an advertising agency, you need media buyers, account executives, you need copywriters, the strategists or creative strategists,
Yeah.
you need the video editors, the graphic designers. Like, you
Yeah.
need so many people in the team. And when I was starting out, like, I just hired another media buyer. And what I actually needed was a copywriter and a video editor. It took me a while to realize that. So I was working with this media buyer for a couple of months. And then, I was writing all the copy myself. And a lot of the creatives were literally just me using Canva. And it was intense because like I remember at one point I was handling like 6 clients all by myself, doing all of the creative strategy, all of the copywriting, all of the media buying.
Yeah.
That's why I hired a media buyer. But then writing all the copy, doing the creative strategy, like, oh, that's way tougher. And I never documented anything. So that's how like I really went deeper into systems.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so you didn't have an SOP basically.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like everything was just in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything changed when I, had that issue where, oh, I'm still doing so many things and
Right.
I want to hand this off to someone.
Yeah.
So I went really deep. So it's still in the first year of business. So I went really deep into like systems and training. Like, how do I train my copywriters to think like me? How do I train the creative strategists or the creative specialists in general? Because they do strategy, they also do video editing, they do graphic design. This team is like so strong that like they could really do a lot of things for clients. The biggest thing that I learned was they need to learn how to think, but they need to have this direction.
Right.
So it's like everything, like the direction of like how they're supposed to do things on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, and for every client that we have, how do we optimize their stuff? Because it's always growth. Growth is the main thing when you're working with clients. You want to make sure that results are there. Results aren't the only thing. It isn't the only thing that matters. You need to have a really good customer experience, client experience.
Yeah.
Their whole time working with you. So that means like it's very clear to them like what they have to do every single day, week, or month.
Like the roadmap, right?
The roadmap, because the clients also have to do their work. Second is like communication has to be like really good.
Yeah.
We wanted to kind of like make people proactive and take initiative with communication, but it just didn't work, bro. Like people, when I started telling people like, hey, you should be talking to the clients, telling them, updating them, that kind of stuff. It never worked. So what we did with communication is we created tasks, weekly tasks, daily tasks for communication.
Right.
So it's like forced proactiveness basically.
Right.
Because if they didn't if I didn't have these tasks and telling them exactly what they can say, so I didn't tell them like script. I didn't give them a script. I just told them like, this is your task for today.
Right.
You have to update client.
Yeah.
Telling him everything that has been done in the last couple of days. In the current things that you're working on. Account executives have this, creative specialists have this too, and it's very important to have this communication thing. So we have customer experience.
You didn't do like a account manager, no?
So I also acted as an account manager initially, and then I really started hiring people out. Dude, like there's just so many. Like I think I'm jumping thoughts right now.
Right.
But like there's so many things that's very important when you're working with clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people skip this. They think that only results matter. They think that only getting clients matter. Their service delivery, fulfillment, client delivery, it's so bad. The client experience, it's so bad. Communication is like non-existent. Like they reply after 2 days. We try to reply like within 12 hours, all the time, every single day. Even if there's a holiday, even if it's on a weekend, like we will reply to our clients within 12 hours. Initially it was 24 hours, and then like we shifted to 12 hours, and then right now like
was there a significant boost or like did something change when you shifted from 24 to 12?
It's more of like the client experience was better, and I didn't track this specifically, but retention really got longer.
Okay.
And our clients like are staying with us for years. Most people, their clients stay with them for
like
3 months.
1 month.
And the reason why is like we try to integrate ourselves into the client's business. I don't want to act like, hey, we're your agency.
Right.
I really want to act like as an extended, team
Yeah,
that they have.
like an arm or like a leg or something.
Like we want to act as like really part of your business. We're not your contractors. We want to see this business win.
Yeah.
Right? Because everyone is like incentivized to win as well. If we make our clients a lot of money, we will make a lot of money. Right? Because we're doing performance. So we have a retainer, but we also do performance. We heavily bet on performance. Right? So we have clients where they started with us. They're literally at like 20K per month. And then in 8 months, they get to 200K per month. Dude, we even have clients where they started with us like 95K per month. And then next month, 450K per month. And I'm like, shit. And then we just keep growing. And then obviously there are, plateaus. Like for example, the 450K per month, like we plateaued at 700, but like from 95 to 700. and that went on for like a very long time until like it died down. The product died down.
Right.
It was during COVID, and it's a product that was specific for
that was like
yeah. So it's a seasonal kind of thing. But yeah, so we had to scale down, but like that wouldn't have ever happened if we didn't really focus on client results, client delivery, right? We had another client, like they were saying like, bro, we're spending this much. Right? They were spending like 100K per month, 100K plus, like probably like 180 or something like that. Their ROAS, like their return was literally just around 200. So they were barely break even. And it's like when we started working with them, we did this onboarding. We talked about everything they have about their business. We sent them like a really long onboarding form, and then just really asking all of the questions that we can. And we did our research. Research is used to validate everything that they say in the form. Because sometimes, like
they say bullshit.
Clients say it's X, but when we do our research, it's Y.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we validate it with research, and then our research process is fucking insane. It's fucking insane. We go like very deep into every single thing. Like we research our product, we research our competitors, everything about our competitors, bro. We research our market, and we do like a lot of assessment, a lot of thinking, a lot of updating in this research, and like it serves the foundation for everything we do, like for this client. So this client, like he was spending around 180, I can't remember exactly. Then we scaled this guy to 700K, and then for the first time in years, because they've been running this for years and they're barely break even, they got a ROAS of more than 2. And I'm like, and it was like very fulfilling. It was like, it made me want to go even harder on our systems, our service delivery, because that was an amazing experience. That was the first time that I made more than 20K for a client per month.
Damn.
Yeah, because of the performance percentage. Right. It was amazing. And ever since that year, I think that was in 2021, 2022, did performance all the way. It's very rare that we don't do performance. Usually it's like on the call, like the client, wants to test us first. Yeah. So it's like, okay, let's do this amount first for 2 months. If you like what we do, then we keep moving forward. And we do the percentage now. Really fun stuff.
Yeah. Have you heard of like the book, Never Lose a Customer Again? Joey Coleman.
Familiar. I might have, but I don't remember it, so I might have not finished it too. Yeah. But what about it?
Well, it just reminded me of, because like that's the book that really changed my mindset when it comes to customer experience. Because a lot of, again, it's the same thing what you said with the results. Like a lot of people think that you get results and then they'll stay, but like really you want to have like the roadmap. Like they want to know, because if you don't have a roadmap, they don't know what's happening, and then they feel anxious, like, okay, are we moving forward? Because we're not seeing anything. But if you have a roadmap, like, okay, this month there's nothing's gonna happen, but we will hit this milestone where we're gonna probably increase something, or you know what I mean. Anyways, that's just a great book, by the way. Just a great book. Never Lose a Customer Again. I'm curious though, like, because now that I'm imagining like your reaction with like when you're making this ton of money, I haven't done that. But like when I put myself in your position and I imagine making that much money, like I'd probably lose my fucking mind. And like I'm curious, like how did you expect that to happen? Did you expect The
No.
700, like, how did you react to that?
So e-com is very fun. When I started like running ads for an e-com brand, there was this e-com brand like we scaled it to 200K per month. That was in not my ads agency, like that was in another ads agency, and I was writing all the copy. I was doing all the like media buying. Like before, like, media buying was like super necessary. For Right now, it still is.
Sorry, can you clarify like what media buying is?
It's clicking buttons in the ads manager.
What?
But no, I'm kidding. It's like you strategize exactly like how you're going to scale something. So if like an ad is performing well, you can't just like increase budgets with the campaign and that's it. Like, you have to really think hard on like how can you scale this winning ad faster. And that's like when media buying strategies really come in hand, right? And when performance is bad, like how can you mitigate risks, right? You can't just like lower the budgets. I mean, you can, but like the performance is bad. Performance is gonna be bad, right? Like you have to figure. Like this is where the strategy really comes in, right? I think like the biggest thing to think about when it comes to advertising is, media buying, copywriting, creatives. Like they won't survive alone. Like they need all three. Okay. I don't want to focus on media buying. I don't want to focus on copywriting. Although I do think that copywriting is like really the key for everything. But I don't want to focus on anything at all. Like these three are very necessary to win.
Media buying, copywriting, and
Creatives.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So great stuff. I wanted to go back because like there was one thing that you mentioned. You mentioned that the first step is to understand your market, which is like I do believe that. I think a lot of people I don't know, like it's not even underestimate, but like just neglect market research, which is it doesn't make sense to me. Like it doesn't make sense to me when people don't do market research.
Yeah.
Because why? Dude, what are you doing? You're selling stuff, so you gotta understand the market. But now, in terms of that, you said earlier that to start the business itself, you have to look at the market. I'm curious, how did you do that? Like, how did you find out there's a market for Facebook ads? Or, like, how did that apply to your business?
So that's a good question. Back then, I never really understood that yet. Like, never applied it. I just knew Facebook ads.
Okay.
Right? And I just posted about it. And I never really tried selling it at first. Like, my first Twitter client, he was the one who sold himself. Because I didn't know how to sell. I didn't hop on calls in my first year of business. And yeah, I was just posting about Facebook ads. And whoever replies, I help them. Right. The community was so nice back then, bro. Like there was very little ego. Everyone was just trying to help each other. Now everyone's just trying to make money off of it. Yeah. So I don't want to be in that space anymore. Yeah. So I started posting again though, like December 2024. But, or November 2024. But then I'm not really trying to focus on it to make money. Like I want to focus on the businesses that I currently have, and I don't need my Twitter account anymore for it. So. I'm just posting for fun, and I've also posted for Utopia, but that's pretty much it. Like, right now the main thing is like just talking to people on X again or Twitter. When I started out, like it really gave me a lot of opportunities. Yeah, going back to what you said, it's like you have to understand that let's say you have a skill of Facebook ads. But then there are plenty of people that need Facebook ads. For example, coaches, consultants, e-com brands, like all that kind of stuff. If the first person that went to me, or like when I was doing freelancing too, like if the people that came to me were not like e-com guys, I might not have been like focused on e-com.
Right.
I might not have my own e-com brands right now.
Okay.
Right, and I think it's a blessing in disguise.
Oh. You said before, again, 2018 kind of changed, but how did you acquire clients during that time?
So that's a good question. So first, I was posting on Twitter, and people were more receptive, and they really asked for help. Like they asked questions and things like that. So I just DM'd them, and I learned this thing too on Facebook, where you could go into different communities, Facebook communities. And
Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook groups. Yeah. And you post like your normal threads on Twitter. You post them on Facebook. And then in those groups, like so many people are going to like, comment, and, stuff like that. And, I'm actually like banned in so many groups.
Why?
So many ecom groups, because I kept posting there, and it was obvious that I was trying to get clients before, but the fundamentals of like the logic still makes sense. You post something insightful or mindset shift, and then people are going to comment. You start a conversation with them. So it's like you have to think of this whole thing as a funnel. Everyone starts as a stranger, and once they're done, or once they see you, they now like are viewers. And then if they keep seeing you and they actually like your stuff, or if they loved the first post they saw from you, they're gonna follow you. Now they're followers, and once they're followers, like they would see you more often, and eventually they're gonna engage with you. So they become engagers, right? And the next step would be like, depending on you, if you have a website or a lead magnet,
email list.
Yeah, you're gonna go put them in your email list, and then you nurture them. Or if you have an appointment setter, or if you just have someone you could sell in the DMs, and then after that, like, you convert them into actual sales. So that's pretty much like just the funnel, and it's the same thing. Like back in 2018. Now in 2025, it's the exact same thing. You post stuff, and I've done this too. Like I DM'd, a couple of people that I thought I think that these are good leads. Because you look into their profile, you see what they talk about. This guy's doing like a couple of brands, and it's pretty cool. And you just want to. So my intention now isn't really to try and sell to them. Yeah. Like my intention is like to just build connections with them. And when I first started out, that was the exact same thing I did too. I just wanted to build, a network for people. Like this was before the Facebook communities. Yeah. I just wanted to network with people. I wanted to talk to them, and like they ask for help, and if it makes sense, like I sell them my offer. So it's the same thing. I'm not actively doing this right now. Well, I do like send DMs, but I'm not trying to sell anything. Yeah. Because, the agency is currently maxed out, capped out, right? And then the only thing that I could sell is like the Utopia, but it's like $49 a month. I don't need to sell it like in the DMs. That's a waste of my time. So I really just talk to people, and if something clicks, then we work together. But not actively trying to sell. Before, when literally the first time I started posting on Twitter, I had no intention in selling people to people too, because I was in an ads agency. I was doing content writing and copywriting, freelancing. Never thought about selling Facebook ads as my own service. But then people kept reaching out to me. They needed help, and why don't I to run my ads? Right. So a guy on Twitter like asked me that question, and this guy is literally like one of the reasons why I'm still on Twitter, and one of the reasons why I started growing there. Like he showed me that I can make money, like real money online. I didn't do anything, bro. Like he dictated how much he was going to give me. My first $2,000, like, whoa, dude, that's big. In the Philippines, that's like holy shit. Yeah, dude, I was shocked because content writing was paying me $20 per article. Copywriting was paying me $500 per month. And then it's like I skipped, it felt like I skipped phases where from 500 to 2,000. And then what's crazy, so we scaled this guy. Yeah. So it was me, and then I hired a media buyer, right? Yeah. So I'm writing all of the copy, making like a lot of the ads, right? So if you go to our sheet for that brand, like we've had more than 200 different ad copy written. We had hundreds of scripts. And what really happened, like we scaled that brand to multiple six figures per month. Yeah. And out of nowhere, bro, he gave me $5,000 as a bonus. And I was, what? And I was like, the whole time, like we were on that call, I was like, bro, what the Yeah, so I think that also shaped how I do business online, where I'm not those types of sales guys. Like you see that, you have to psychologically, play with the person. Like I'm really very upfront. Like, hey, I can.
I do Facebook ads.
Yeah,
you like Facebook ads, but
it's like, do they have a problem? I understand their problem. Can I help them? If the answer is yes, like, hey, yeah, so we have this offer, and it's up to them. They want to work with us or not. They ask me questions. I don't Like on my end, like I don't try to sell you my service if it's not a good fit or if you don't want. Right. And so it's like I vet them like, hey, do you have like, content that you could give us because my team will do the editing, the creation of ads, but we just need assets. Or, do you have inventory to scale? Just stuff like that. Like if it makes sense for me, I tell them my offer, and if it makes sense to them, we work together. So I don't push people. I don't try to do those. If they wanted to think about it, before, yeah, I did those like sales tricks and stuff, bro. Like I'm not gonna deny that, but now like if they say like they're gonna think about it, think,
Cool.
yeah, cool, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They ask me a proposal. No, I'm not gonna send a proposal. I don't do that. If you want to work with us,
Interesting.
you just pay. That's it. And dude, I don't even do contracts with people who are very like meticulous and stuff like that. Or I don't lock people in, bro. So many agencies, they lock people in for like 3 months, 6 months, even a year. I don't. Like, let's work for a month together. If you like our work, you're gonna keep working with us anyway, right? Like my mindset is just, if you like our work, you're gonna keep working with us. And see, dude, I have clients working with us for years, and no contracts. No contracts. Yeah. I just send them the invoice. Like, here's the retainer fee. Here's the performance fee. That's it. Every single month. And, we just keep getting them results. We try our hardest to help them scale or to help them maintain like their current scale without like really, going down, like or scaling down. Like we just try to help our clients, bro. And, if I can help this person, he wants to scale, then we help him. So that's like my mindset when it comes to sales. Like I don't try too hard now because at the same time, like I have other businesses that make me money. Like I'm not trying to make money off of my agency alone. And my agency again is like capped out right now. So I don't really need it. But if obviously like if there's this like really good brand and they really want to work with us, then
why not?
Why not?
And if they're gonna pay the money, I mean, like.
But sometimes like or these days it's like the brands that come to us, like they're drop shipping. And I mean, drop shipping is fine, but like they have no plans, like no vision. I don't want to work with clients who, it's like, I want to treat my clients as partners. And if this client isn't going to work hard to grow his brand and really scale and, really get new assets or test new advertorials, test sales pages, or do the things that we need them to do to actually get results, then I'm not going to work with them. Yeah, like I think everyone should be that way too. I do understand like there's, you do that first because you don't have confidence, you don't know what to do and all that kind of stuff. And then you start investing in courses and programs. So you go here and then you try to scale, you do all those salesy tricks, you try all those things that they say, and then you just go back to where it was, where you focus on results, getting clients results. They will give you referrals. Agency lives off of referrals.
My biggest deal is a referral.
Yeah, right? And the only reason a person is going to refer someone to you is when you do good work. Now, here's also the caveat, like, I don't plan on growing my agency so much. I just want to work with a handful of brands, and I want to make sure that these brands grow to multiple 8 figures a year. That's like always been my goal. I don't really have like, tactics to it or whatever. I just try to be a decent human being.
It's funny that you have to say that because like there's like so many people who are not decent. Even like what you said in the persuasion thing, where they kind of try to like use this, like, I have to think about it. What do you need to think about? Was that? It was so funny. I forgot who it was, but it was like, of course you need to think about it. I haven't given you enough information not to think about it. Like, I'm like, dude, just let him think about it, bro. Like, because if he really needs it, then he'll buy it.
Yeah.
Right?
And not just like need it. Like, of course, like you have to do your part where you really give them, what they need to understand,
right,
for them to buy. And I also believe that, as long as like you've given all of the important things, like everything that the client needs to know in order for them to buy, like that,
make an informed decision, right?
Make an informed decision. And of course, like there are times where you have to push them because you see that they really need the help,
right?
And sometimes you do that, but like most of the time it's like they're shopping or looking for other agencies, and I don't really care. Like you're the one who booked the call with me. And my understanding is this, like my life doesn't change if, we work together or not, but your life will. So it's like you're the one that needs our service, not me.
You're the expert, right?
Yeah, not so it's not me, but me as in like the team.
Yeah.
You need us in order for you to grow.
Yeah.
There is a reason that you are on this call.
Yeah.
So like that's just like mindset to it right now.
So I'm curious. So that's great. What I'm curious though is your perspective on people who need the money, like need the client. Because I've been in that position, man. Like,
Oh, me too.
right? Like, especially, so I know, I've only been in the game for like a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've told you the story, like of how I got into the game. But basically, I was doing night shift and college, and I didn't have support from my family. And I was like, everything was piling up. Like the company I was working for was in the verge of bankruptcy. And so we were actually cutting our salary. There was one time that I was getting paid $200 per month for 8 hours of work. Like, it's just so bad, man. Like, it was just so bad. It was horrible. And I was like, I asked help from my family, and they basically said, fuck off. And I was like, well,
It's crazy.
yeah. And I was like, well, shit, I gotta make something. And so I dropped out of college, not drop out. I took a leave of absence to college. Because I was like, yo, I only went to college because of my family. And now they don't want to support me. I'm like, well, fuck college, man. And then I basically tried to make money from X. Because I saw like people, dude, they were posting like screenshots of $3,000, $5,000. I was like, dude, if I could just make half of that, I'll be good, bro. Like, I make like $1,500 per month. Bruh, I'll be fine. And so I want to hear perspective though for people who are watching, who are like, yo, I'm in deep shit right now. I gotta make money. And they have that sense of, they can't really let go of the client in a way. So how do you approach that?
Well, keep the client.
No, I mean, like, for example, what you said, like when you have a prospect and you need to close that deal, and you said don't be needy, like don't look as if you're trying to close the sale. Just say, okay, you have a problem, I have the solution, let's work together. But sometimes there are those clients who are like hard to get in a way. Now this guy, the freelancer, is forced to like persuade, what were your advice to the guy who thinks that they need to persuade someone?
That's a good question, but if I was in their position, I'd just tell the prospect the truth.
So you can literally tell them, yo, look, I don't have money, like that?
No, not like, I don't have money, but like, look, I'm struggling, and this would really mean a lot to me. And but I'll tell them why this would work out for them too. Because like, you are going to be everything to me. I would do everything just to make sure that you would win. I would go hard on the research. I would go harder than everyone else that you're ever going to work with. Like, I'm just going to tell them the truth, man.
Damn.
Because if I need the money, then I'm going to do every single thing that I could to But, there is a time where that's going to
backfire.
You're not going to just do that all the time, nowhere. But it's like, everything's like really aligned where, this client really needs your help. You know that you could help them.
Yeah.
You tell them like, hey, this is really going to help them. But you also tell them like, look, I also need this. Like, and you have this skill. Like, there's a reason they came to you. You showed them that you have this thing that they need. They don't just hop on a call because they want to hop on a call. Yeah. There is a problem that they want to solve. There is a need that they want to solve. Yeah. Or there's a need that they want to get. Yeah. So if you can provide them that, and you're like 1,000% certain that you could help them get that, and it's really just you trying to help them too. But at the same time, you're also helping yourself, and you just tell them the truth that I will make this work no matter what. Yeah. Like, because it will work as long as, like, of course, like, for example, you're doing ads and you are spending their money. Yeah, you don't say this shit because, like, that the risk is so high.
It's too high. Yeah, it's too high.
You don't do that for a service that's going to cost
More than
like, it should be something that's like very tangible. Look, I'll do XYZ for you, right? And because that that they need XYZ, you give them specifically XYZ. That's it. Yeah.
Dude, you know what's funny? That's the exact way that I closed my first client.
Really?
Yeah. Because I closed my first client 45 days since I launched my offer.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was mind blown that I did that. Like, it was so fast. But dude, the way that I told him, because he told me, like, didn't you just start this like 30 days ago? Because, okay, full story. I was already posting on Quora and repurposing those things on X as long forms. And I didn't mind. I wasn't thinking of making money. I was just doing it for the art of it. I just read like the writing. And so I grew my following. I have some people in there. And then I just happened to reach out to all those followers and tell them, yo, I'm launching an offer. If you know anyone who needs ghostwriting, I'll be happy to help. And there's this one guy who showed interest. I was like, yo, like, cool. And then we hopped on a call, and I was like very finicky about it. I had no structure. I was just telling him, yo, I can do this for you. I can do that for you. And then he told me, like, I just saw you start this like 30 days ago, or like a month ago. Like, shouldn't I just be working with someone else? He told me that. And I'm like, well, that's exactly why you should work with me. Because like, I am like, if you're going to work with a big agency or someone, you're just going to be a number in their like thing, right? You're gonna be a number in their CRM or whatever. But if you work with me, you're gonna be my first client. Like, I'm gonna make sure that you get results. Because if you don't, my ass is on the line. I don't have a job, or my job's not paying me well. I need to make money for you.
Yeah, dude. That's absolutely. I think that's absolutely what you should do. Like, in my opinion, okay. Like, because in my head, when you asked me that question, what I would do, like, if I was in their scenario, like, that's exactly what I would do. I would just tell them, like, that I'm gonna go all in on this. Like, I have no other choice but to make you win. Because if I make you win, you're gonna keep working with me. I will not have these problems, and it's like just a win-win situation. Like, sometimes, like, you just have to be human too. Right? That's really good, bro. Like, and because probably if you asked me this question 7 years ago, I wouldn't say this. I would say something like, yo,
like persuasion.
And but right now, like, my mindset to it is like, you're just talking to other humans too. And if you're a good human, right? A lot of fucking people out there, like, they, those big agencies, bro, like, so many of my clients before, and even like prospects, they've been burned, man. Like, they've been locked into a 6-month contract, and if they leave, they have to pay this agency XYZ amount.
Like they have to pay the first month and third month or whatever, right?
Yeah,
like,
and
complicated structures.
And their service is so bad. Like, you would be shocked that it was a big named agency. Like,
damn.
Yeah, like, their communication is like, they reply after 3 days.
Damn.
And like, nothing gets launched until like a week, and like, it's really bad, bro. Like, the situation is bad, but those prospects, clients, like, they don't know it. They're not in the space, right? So when they search, that's the only time, like, these agencies get into their radar,
right?
And because they don't know the space or what's happening in this space,
right?
Like, oh, this is a big name agency, so much social proof. Let me just work with these guys, and then they don't understand that people who are, or agencies that aren't as big as those big name agencies, can actually do better work for them. And I've proven this many times, and I've seen this many times as well, even to this day. Like, you could see on Twitter, like, I hired this big name brand, and they did this and this, and it was so shocking because, like, these are bad, and like, they're not even doing the bare minimum, right? And I don't know, man. Like, for me, it's like, yes, if you are the client or the prospect, like, you have to talk to all agencies, or I don't know, like, not all agencies, but like, you have to
do your due diligence.
Yes, and really think about, like, can they help me? Because you would also see these big name agencies working with big name people, right? You're not a big name people if you're or a person if you're just starting to look for an agency,
Right.
right? And these agencies, it's easy for them to work with big name people because they have something that's already working,
Right.
and they have
Oh.
systems in place to actually make things work, even if you're a shitty agency.
Yeah.
And if you're like, you have an e-com brand making 30K a month,
Yeah.
and you want to scale, you want these big name agencies to work with you. Well, they're working with like 9-figure, businesses, and those businesses don't even know what's actually going on. It's crazy stuff.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, okay. One question though that I'm saying, like we're talking about agencies, we're talking about like people who can't provide. What if a beginner does all these things, get the clients, but then fails to give them the result?
Fuck that beginner, bro. I mean, to be fair, I never got clients on something that I didn't know. When I started out, I told you, like, I was working in an ads agency. I literally knew everything that I needed to do for the client to win. But most people, like, they see something on X, like, do this, be a ghostwriter, one person business, whatever. They start writing content for clients, but then nothing pops. And the reason nothing pops is like they didn't even do research for the client. They don't know the trends that's going on right now.
Yeah.
They don't study the competitors of the client. The foundations are so bad. Like, they just write. They write, they give it to the client, and then nothing happens. They're just like, dude, like you're competing with so many people online. If we're talking about ghostwriting, we're talking about attention, we're talking about trust, that kind of stuff. You're competing with so many people online, right? You can't expect to do or to give your clients great results with such mediocre work, with such mediocre actions, right? And most people, they start agencies when they do nothing. Bro, there was this guy, right? And he literally just did like the Facebook blueprint course thing. Like the certification that, Facebook has, like free certification. And, in my opinion, like there are some good in it, but most of it is bad and outdated, right? And, they have that. They started getting clients. And then, nothing works. Clients hated them and, stuff like that. So I know this guy. Like I know one guy specifically, bro. And he was running the ads for his client. And he was begging me to teach him what to do. Because the client is like losing a lot of money every single day. He didn't know what to do next. Yeah, and all he did do was like just running the ads. Like he didn't write copy, he didn't have a team, no creatives, like no testing. He's literally just, doing like targeting and shit. And I'm like, shit. And like it wasn't my problem to solve. And I told him like, hey, like you have money from the client. Like, quickly learn from someone who is ahead of you and knows what you need to do.
Or just hire another agency. I'm thinking just
white label.
or something, like just get the results.
Yeah, but it sucks, man. Like I don't know what happened to this guy actually. Like I just remembered him when you asked me about this, asked me this question.
Like the failure thing.
I wonder what happened to him with the client though.
Dude.
Yeah.
If you never saw him again, he's probably gone.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's crazy. It's great. So
there are like one thing I would like to add though is like there are bad agencies, but there are also bad clients. I've had clients that didn't pay me. Like like when initially like they would say like, I'm gonna pay you after the month because I want to see if like we're
fit,
whatever. And you do get them results. They try to do things themselves because like they just kick you out, and then a few months later like, hey, sorry for ghosting you, can we do this? And I'm like, no. It's such a shitty behavior. But even clients where performance basis, right? So they pay the retainer, right?
But they don't pay
the next month. Like you see that you grow so much, like you literally grew the account so much where they were basically not profiting a lot. And then because you came on board, like from let's say that the cost per acquisition is like low, high, and then because of you, like you were able to like
make it lower.
Yeah, make it lower. Like you just keep testing and testing and testing, right? You found something that works, and then boom, you scale them a bit, and then they don't pay next month or even the performance because they want to do it themselves or like whatever shit.
Right.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
But there are people like that, bro. Like I'm not surprised anymore.
Yeah.
Like even people that would ghost you or like betray you.
Yeah.
I have been betrayed by people in like this space, and it sucks. But it's not something that I'm shocked about anymore.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times.
What's the most you've ever lost? Because for me, I've experienced that as well. Like one of my early clients, I was still trying to like prove myself, and it was purely performance based. I made her a lot of money, but I lost at least 30K because she didn't pay me.
She didn't pay the 30.
Yeah, she didn't pay me.
Well, my biggest is just 14.
14. Okay.
Oh, well, the 14K is for a client, but if, let's say, partnerships, way bigger. Yeah. But yeah, with a client, it was 40. Like he didn't pay that 1 month, and then he just ghosted. So he didn't pay the performance of the month before, and he just ghosted. Yeah.
Damn.
It was tough.
So how do you look now? This perspective again of like the beginner, someone who's trying to like close their clients or close people on X. How would you look for those good clients?
Just help people, bro. Like they will come. Yeah, that's it. Like I would literally just tell you to keep reaching out to people, helping them. Don't expect anything in return. Just help them, give them everything, and then tell them like, hey, if you want me to, or if you want to work together, I can, you just tell them what you do, and that's it. Like, that's how you find like good clients, like clients who are vibe, chill. Like you don't really try to sell them anything. Like you just help them. You tell them like, hey, we can work together if you want. Like, it's not like the you are truly trying to close a client. You try all these like crazy
manipulations,
tactics,
48 laws of power.
you try all of those things. Yeah, you shouldn't. Just help people, serve people. The clients will eventually come, and sometimes like you also have to be better. Like it's not just like helping people and like doing things for them. Like you actually have to be good
like
at what you
with
do.
your skill.
Yeah, you have
Obviously.
to be good. You have to be good, bro. Like you can't charge like thousands of dollars and then you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So many people do that.
Dude, that is so funny. That is so funny. There's like you pay for their confidence. Again, there's some people also who aren't confident. That's
that they're
right.
good. I would even say that's me. I'm not kidding, because like I don't hard sell on calls, and I don't try like manipulation stuff.
You told me you don't even like hop on calls. You used to not hop on calls.
Yeah, my first year, within the first year, like I never hopped on calls because I didn't know how to speak English that time.
Okay.
I wasn't great with English, and 7 years later, here we are. But yeah, like I didn't try to get calls. I literally just help people. And hey, like, hey, can you show me a recording of your ads manager? I'll tell you exactly what you can do. I could audit it for you.
Damn.
Yeah, I just like literally just.
So it's just like building goodwill, really.
Yeah, dude. Like months, like of building goodwill, and without really expecting anything in return. Because like I didn't know how to sell. I knew how to do marketing, advertising.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to sell. So
Damn.
I just like really helped people out, and because I had a job and I was doing these, small freelancing gigs. So It's like, I just wanted to help people and post stuff because it looked cool having many followers, And then, it just really happened where, people needed my help.
Yeah.
I helped them. That's it. Like, I didn't overcomplicate things. This podcast right now where I'm very anxious.
Yeah. Dude, it's very interesting because I feel like it's also, at least in my experience, it's the same thing where like the best clients that I've ever had are people who I didn't really even pitch on.
Yeah.
They just actually asked me like, hey, I'm doing this and I know that you're ghostwriting. Do you think this is something you can help with? And like there was this one client I've worked, unfortunately, he churned because he didn't want, so he dabbled on coaching, but he realized that he doesn't really like coaching, and so he churned because he didn't want to do the whole funnels thing anymore. But he was my longest client, and I wasn't even thinking of pitching him. Like we just hopped on a call, and then I gave her all the help that I could. And then he was like, "Yo, you just want to work for me?"
Yeah.
And then like,
yeah. It's the same thing. Like, do you want to run my ads?
Yeah. Interesting. Goodwill.
They just try to sell themselves because they know that you're capable and they know that you can help them. That's
Right.
it. Yeah. That's the main thing.
Interesting. Now that maybe that's probably like what I should focus on then, because now we talked about it a little bit. I was thinking of scaling.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not struggling, right? I'm not like in the early parts where I'm like, I really need this money. But I think it's because of like the guru stuff where it's like, you see people saying, oh, I'm going to scale at this, and then I'm making this much, and making this much. And I'm like, I want to do that too.
Yeah, scaling is fun.
Right? I want to do it too. But then
making money is fun.
Yeah, making money is fun. But then it becomes this thing where it's like, I'm just like trying to sell.
Yeah.
And it's great, but they always be selling. But now that you're saying maybe I should just build goodwill.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to scale my agency. I'm just trying to scale my clients' businesses because of performance.
Right. Okay. So maybe I should do more. Makes sense.
Yeah. Because if I don't do performance and I want to scale my agency, I'm gonna like post more.
Right.
Appointment setting, all that kind of stuff. Nurturing through emails. Yeah, I'm going to do all that stuff. But so this is what I mentioned where I didn't want to grow my business. I just wanted to have a few clients and get them to 8 figures.
Because when they make money, you make money as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's like I'm an extension to their business. So I really try my best to integrate ourselves to their businesses.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we could scale. The more money we make our clients, the more money we will make. So I don't need a lot of clients. That's the thing. I only need a few really, really good clients that I could scale.
Yeah.
Right? So the thing is like the level of focus that you need on a client that you're scaling is extreme. Like you can't scale a client while trying to scale your agency, while trying to hire more people, while doing so many things. No. Like you have to be in the trenches. Like, dude, I'm running my clients' ads. I'm still running my clients' ads. I still write copy. I still review and edit like VSL scripts, advertorials, sales pages. I do all those things to this day. And it's also because I find them fun to do, right? But most people, like, they start making money. They hire things out. They stop working on the things that got them there in the first place. And then their skills get rusty. Yeah, so they lose confidence and all that kind of stuff. Like, but me, I'm like really in the trenches. I've always been in the trenches for 7 years, bro, nonstop. Like I never stopped doing ads every single day. Like even today, I studied ads every single day.
Studied? What do you mean studied?
Yeah, like I go to Asbury or Afterlib or Atria or like these are
like the books and all that stuff. Like books and all that stuff.
No, like there's software where you use this.
Right.
Like there is not a day. I mean, obviously there are days where I don't do it, but like there is not a day where I don't think about ads.
But ads, okay.
Yeah. It's always
become an obsession somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. Because marketing is fun.
Yeah.
And knowing what works is really fun, and then replicating it for your own brand, that's fucking insane. It's really shit is working.
I feel you.
There's like some form of thrill where you scale a client, like you go from 1K per day in spend, and then you just like things are doing well, you're now at 10K per day in spend, and like, whoa, this is amazing. Like there's emotion attached to it because it's like your own baby, right? Because like you're the one running the ads here, and then you see that your baby's finally growing. It's like, holy shit, this is fun. Yeah,
it's like an 18-year-old taking care of itself, like getting out of the house, getting drunk.
It's really fun, very, very fulfilling. As I said a while ago, very, very fulfilling, and there's meaning to it too. Because like my clients right now, like their stuff are helping people solve different things. Right. Like there's also this joy itself of running a business, building systems, growing your team, seeing your team make more money, seeing your team grow, and all that kind of stuff. Like it's really fun because the ads agency isn't the only agency that I have. Like I have other businesses, right? Yeah. And we hire people. Like last month, we probably hired like 3-4 people. Yeah. And then a month before that, like we hired another 3-4 people. Yeah. So it's like we're seeing people grow because we also train them. They become smarter.
You invest in them. Yeah,
right? It's just really fun things where things are slowly going up to your standard, and you don't have to do things that intensely anymore, that much anymore. Right. Like every time you're running a business, your first year is going to be fucking insane. You're suffering. That's not a fucking business. It's a fucking suffering. It's just a suffering the whole year. You suffer because like you're building so many things You're doing the marketing, you're doing the fulfillment, you're doing the systems, literally every single thing.
Customer experience.
Yeah. And, but, if you're a beginner where you don't know shit, you're just, taking things one step at a time. I guess like the biggest thing that I could give to you is like, this advice where you have to be smart, you have to think, you have to be alert, you have to be urgent with everything, like literally everything.
Yeah.
Everything's urgent. And you have to be willing to work 12-hour days. Yeah, like just put in that much effort into your business, growing it, making it sustainable, and getting clients, scaling it. Like you have to make sure that your foundations are really good. At the end of the day, business is just two things: acquisition, retention. And if you could, scale both, grow both, your business is gonna, like, there's no, that's really it. That's really it. Like there's no other thing there. Like you just have to get new clients and retain those clients. That's it.
Right.
The only way you can do that is you have great results, great customer journey, the one that I shared a while ago, and great communication. Like you're always on top of your game. So many agencies back when I started are not here anymore, and so many ads agencies too. And then so many agencies when I started are still doing the exact same thing they did years before. Why is there no growth in your agency? Like no new systems, no proprietary stuff that they're building that only their clients can get, like nothing, right? And when you're running a business, you have to be on top of the game because other people are easily going to, copy you, steal everything you have, steal your clients. And really, because there are new competitors every single time. Every single month, there's a new fish. Yeah, every single day. I don't know, but there's always a new fish in the space, in the industry. That fish will eventually turn into a shark. And if you are not careful, they're going to come after your business. Dude, I'm not kidding. Like, there are so many, bad people out there, right? But it's just the game, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. Like, we could talk about this all day long, but there's so much bad shit in this space. And I really don't want any of it. That's why I don't want to grow my agency. I want to grow my clients.
Right.
I'm still growing my agency because I'm hiring.
Because you're growing your clients, right?
Yeah, I need new creative specialists here, so I need to hire these people, or I need a copywriter, I need a developer. Like I hire them, right? Because the clients need them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't scale your agency, scale your clients.
Right.
So you grow your agency.
Right. Right. That's actually really good advice. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably. I think I will integrate that more going forward because for now I am relying on the retainer fees, and that forces me to if I want to reach this revenue, I'm like, okay, I need to get more clients. It's like I'm running in circles because I get more clients and I do more work, and then it's like I do more work and it burns me out. I perform less. It becomes this cycle. It's like I try to grow and then I grow, but then the growth stunts because it's like I can't do, and then it's just I think the performance based is like the way to go.
Yeah, it is. Also, bro, like I told you, I'm gonna help you out. So literally, just ask questions, and I could lead you in the direction that you need to be, so that you can scale this to multiple 6 figures per month. Like I'm not kidding.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, like you could really do this if you just have the right systems. And the great thing about you is you are not shy to show your face. I don't want to fucking show my face here. Dude. I don't want to show my face. Yeah. That's why I don't have any YouTube videos or that kind of stuff. I tried. I did ad breakdowns where I built videos and then I showed why this is a good ad and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And my face was very small, the lower left of the screen. But then I was like, I did I think 30 retakes to do a 2 or 3 minute video. Yeah, dude, I was right now I'm very, very anxious. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. When I look at my face, it's like, who the fuck is it? They just look at me, bro. I've been looking at you the whole time, bro. I don't want to look at this shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really good advice, and it really helped me. So I'm curious, are you to anyone who needs more help? Is there anything you plan to launch soon, or something they can reach out to, where they can find us?
Yeah, so if you're trying to grow your personal brand and you're you have information, you're actually an actual expert and you want to learn how to monetize your personal brand, we have this community. It's called the Utopia. It's Utopia for it's in the personal branding era, where we have master classes, lessons, like community where you could really talk with other people and grow your account, grow your not just your follower, but like grow your income, because you're making money with with everything that you've learned.
Yeah, I have a workshop there.
Yeah. Watch the videos inside the Utopia. That's really it. Like, you watch the master classes, you will have everything that you would need to learn to grow and monetize your personal brand. Yeah. But at the same time, learning isn't the only thing that you should do, right? Like, you have to implement and then get feedback from your audience, and then you ask questions. So there's a community for a
community,
reason.
right?
Yeah. So ask any question and then you will get an answer. That's really the way that Utopia is. So that's how it grew too. So
it's funny. Sorry, just like a tangent right now. I know people who are like, who join communities. I have my own community, and then I told them, yo, why don't you ask questions, bro? Like, because there was one, I forgot, what was it, like, he said, I remember, he left my community, and then I asked him, like, what's your feedback, why'd you leave? And then he said, I want more personalized advice. And I'm like, you didn't ask questions, right? Like, well, there's coaching, right? There's coaching. You can sign up like for a higher ticket. But I'm like, you didn't even ask questions. So like, whenever I sign up to a program or something, I squeeze the shit out of that motherfucker. Like, I'm like, okay, yo, I've done this. You told me I'm gonna get this result. Why haven't I gotten that? Like, I actually like tell them, yo, you told me I'm gonna get this result. Why haven't I gotten it? And then they actually tell me, well, what have you done? What have you done? Have you done this? And I'm like, yeah. But have you done this? No, I actually haven't done that. So do that, right? And then it works. So like, just a tangent there.
Yeah, but that's true, man. Like, I confess, I'm one of those guys. Like, I buy a 10K program and then I go through it like after 4 months, and then the coaching part is already done. But then, I really remember this. I bought this coaching program. It's 10K. I didn't go through it, and then when I wanted to go through it, I just went through the course first, and then I was like, oh, this is actually nice.
Yeah.
So I bought the 10K program again. And I was like, fuck, I'm just wasting money here. Because literally everything that they said, like during the coaching, like, it was group coaching, it was pretty much the same as everything that I've consumed. So I consume courses. I just don't want to do group coaching as well. Like, I want more personalized, tailored to me kind of.
Yeah, I feel you. But then again,
like the badminton coach.
We did a badminton for context. The badminton thing earlier.
That was a good badminton coach.
Dude, like earlier, I was like, I went from someone who doesn't know how to hit the racket to like, I was doing great. Anyways, so to anyone who's interested, man, like Utopia contacting you, finding you, where can they go?
Just go to the Utopia 4.0 or the utopia.io and then join. Join yearly, not monthly or quarterly. I mean, it takes time to get results, and it's cheaper if you go yearly. So just go yearly, and then ask any question inside Discord because I'm always there. That's it.
Yeah. What's your tag in X?
I'm Mark William.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's it, man. Like, this is a great conversation. We kind of went in circles, but then we have to find direction. And I'm glad you finally showed your face.
I think we should edit everything in the beginning. And then just focus on the last few parts. I think this is really good.
Yeah, we'll find it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.